What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Mello. What did Monique once say?
See, when you do clownery, the clown comes back to bite.
The Gucci pastor that was out here flexing on the congregation has been arrested. Just a mess. In an article posted by the New York Times, it says, in the months since masked gunmen robbed a flamboyant Brooklyn pastor, did y'all see the shade they threw at him? During his Sunday church service, he has portrayed himself as a double victim of the crime itself and of the subsequent media scrutiny that dredged up allegations of fraud that had trailed him for years. Everybody thought I was a villain, the pastor Lamor Whitehead said on Sunday in his most recent live stream service, but now they're saying I was anointed by God. Hours later, Bishop Whitehead, as he is known, was arrested Monday morning on charges of fraud, extortion, and lying to the authorities. Federal prosecutors in Manhattan said he has solicited money from victims, including a retired parishioner, through threats or false promises of enriching them, then kept it. In one case, the authorities said he falsely claimed he could use political connections to make millions through a business deal. Now, you all may remember Lamar from the infamous church robbery. Check this video out.
Yo. All right. All right.
More than $1 million worth of jewelry stolen, all while a renowned Brooklyn bishop presented his Sunday sermon.
They took all of my wife's jewelry and took all of my jewelry, and then they left. However, these young men didn't know that cameras were on.
The leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries live streams its services, and last Sunday was no different. As Bishop Lamor Miller Whitehead addressed his congregation, a group of masked gunmen interrupted.
Everybody stay still. Nobody move. Nobody move.
Whitehead detailed the incident on Instagram Live, captioning the video, "Yes, they robbed me in my church."
And when I seen the armed men come in, you know, it was specifically for me. And of course my wife. And when I seen them come into the sanctuary with their guns, I told everybody, get out. Everybody just get out.
Whitehead says 3 people armed and wearing all black interrupted the Sunday sermon. He says one of the suspects pointed a gun at his 8-month-old daughter's face. At the same time, all of his wife's jewelry was taken. After that, his jewelry was also stolen.
Come on, hustle.
Whitehead said he chased the suspects out of the church, where they hopped into a white Mercedes-Benz vehicle. At the time, about 25 congregants were present. Whitehead now says churchgoers are traumatized.
Now, let me ask you this. What pastor do you know is showing up to church with more than $1 million in jewelry? That is just ridiculous. I mean, what's even the purpose of it? To stunt on the very people you're supposed to be helping and preaching to? Okay. The article goes on to say, but by then, federal authorities were already months into an investigation into the bishop's past financial dealings. He faces 1 count each of wire fraud, attempted extortion, and false statements. His lawyer, Don Florio, said Bishop Whitehead denies these allegations and we are going to fight them vigorously. Bishop Whitehead appeared in federal court in Lower Manhattan Monday afternoon wearing a white sweatshirt and camouflage print pants and pleaded not guilty. He was released on a $500,000 bond. In spring 2022, according to the indictment, he tried to persuade a businessman to give him $500,000 in a stake in some real estate transactions. In exchange, he promised to secure favorable actions from the city that would make both of them millions, even though, according to the indictment, he knew he had no ability to deliver on this pledge. While the indictment does not name any city officials or specify any actions, it raises the questions of the bishop's relationship with Mr. Adams, who distanced himself from Bishop Whitehead on Monday. "I spent decades enforcing the law and expect everyone to follow it," he said in a statement. "I have also dedicated my life to assisting individuals with troubled pasts. While these allegations are troubling, I will withhold further comment until the process reaches its final conclusion." Early in Bishop Whitehead's relationship with the unnamed businessman, the cleric also used threats of force to get $5,000 from one of his businesses, prosecutors said. At the direction of law enforcement officials, the man made the payment according to the indictment, an indication that the investigation into the bishop predated the robbery in the summer. The charges related to the retired church member were initially revealed in a 2021 lawsuit filed in Brooklyn, and an investigation encroaching into the bishop's wealth. In 2020, a woman who had recently visited the church was recovering from surgery, prosecutors said. Bishop Whitehead offered to help her buy a new home, and the woman, Pauline Anderson, who's 56, sent him $90,000 that she says she withdrew from her retirement account, according to a lawsuit. "I am a man of integrity. You will not lose," he texted her. She asked for her money back, but he said it was too late as it had already been invested. Bishop Whitehead, as a young man, was a mortgage broker with an office in the Empire State Building. He was sued in 2008 by a former client and symphony conductor named Maximo, who said Bishop Whitehead asked him for an investment of $200,000 that he said he could quickly repay with an added $25,000. According to the lawsuit, he did not repay, and the lawsuit led to a judgment for the conductor of $306,000. He was also convicted in 2008 of several charges, including identity theft in Long Island, where he had taken out loans in other people's names and used the money for cars and motorcycles, according to evidence presented at his trial. He spent 5 years in prison. When he emerged in 2013, he immediately founded his church. His followers have said that his expensive taste is not offensive, but inspirational. Rappers, singers, the way they attract people, that's what he's doing, Chantel Vickers, a member, said last summer. People want to know how you got all that. Once you get here, you see he is teaching God. But according to court records, Bishop Whitehead's persona as a so-called bling bishop was built in part on deep debts he seemed unable to pay. In 2019, he stopped making his monthly payments on a Mercedes-Benz and a Range Rover in New Jersey, leading to a $68,000 judgment against him. That same year, he wrote a bad check for $164,000 to the company that built his home in New Jersey, according to a lawsuit. This man has been a fraud, spent years in prison, and came out only to scam people of faith. I mean, it doesn't get any lower than that. Doesn't he know hell is hot? Millions of dollars in jewelry, but can't keep up with the card note. And not to mention, had $500,000 on hand to bail himself out on the spot. No wonder he has to fraud his congregation. I mean, this man keeps on mishandling his money. Now, Lamor has since then responded. Check out what he had to say.
Everybody believed it. Now we're here. Now we're here. Now we're here. The bishop was arrested, and everybody is coming up with all type of opinions and advices. But I'm going to tell y'all today that the bishop is not guilty, and I'm going to fight it. I have the right legal team, and more importantly, I have God. I have a family. My church family is strong, and I want y'all to understand this smile ain't going nowhere. 10 toes down. Thank you guys. God bless you. I love you guys. Ain't nothing changed. I'm still the same bishop. I'm still the same bishop. Amen. Y'all stay focused. And remember this. I'm going to repeat this. Just because you was arrested doesn't make you guilty. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. I'm telling y'all. Y'all drunk it already. Don't drink it again. Give it time.
You know, it'll be interesting to see what they do with him. I don't wish jail on anybody, but it honestly seems like some people like it. There's just no way you're doing all this dirt and want to be a public figure and garner all this attention at the same time. Just dumb. Dumb as a doorknob. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down if that's okay too. Don't forget to drop a comment down below to let me know your thoughts on this video. Do you think Pastor Lamor is legit? Or was he out here scamming and scheming? Also, do you think the church robbery was real? If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and make sure to hit that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos, as I do upload them weekly. I hope everyone has a great rest of their day, and I'll catch you all on the next video.